Hello everybody, and we're now back at another lunch. So this is the second flight of Altum 1, and this is a Peci-Satellite 1 mission. So the payload is from Thailand, made by one of our friends, member of Spar. So as by the lunch bulletin that I've posted here before last time, the Altum 1 will fly to lowered orbit. Also take note that the half of the fairing is actually refurbished because we recovered one of the half of the fairing. So the other half is flying for the second time and the other is the new one. So we are now 3 minutes into the flight. The fueling process has started earlier, and as you can see, the smoke coming out from the both stages are normal venting. Also, by the way, if you see the other side of the launch pad, that's LP2. If you can see in the cameras, it's still unfinished because we're still building it. That's where we're going to launch our crewed flight, and that's soon. We're going to talk about it next time. And we are now 2 minutes and 20 seconds into the flight. So if we arrive to 10, the 10 seconds, T minus 10 seconds, the engine will fire its engine. Yes. There's still a person on the pad and it's now going to the GCC. That's good, that's good. For safety, all of our stuff is required to go to the GCC or maintain distance. We are now 1 minute and 30 seconds into the flight. We are now 1 minute and 10 seconds. So when it's 20 seconds by the T minus 20 seconds, the fuel line for both stages will be cut off, and we're now 40 seconds into the flight. 25 seconds. The fuel line has been cut it off. We are now 15 seconds into flight. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The engine is now starting. And off we go. Altum 1 is now flying to space. On its way to lowered orbit. The flight computer says that all system in the rocket is nominal, and we are heading for the lowered orbit once again. So now let's talk about the payload. The payload is Peci-1, Peci-Satellite 1 from Thailand. This is actually a big satellite. If you have seen the demo Sat 1 from the Maiden Flight of Altum 1, it's much bigger than that, by the way. The Peci-Sat 1 has four solar panels for its electric consumption, and it will head to the lowered orbit and observe the surroundings. The purpose of it is not known for us, and we're just going to launch this thing. We are now 16 studs above the sky. Max Q. After this, the next activity will be the first stage, the separation, and the second stage will go. It has its own rocket engine, which is the Raptor vacuum vulture engine, and it will head to the on its desired orbit. We are now we are now 50k studs above the ground. that uh, that the outer space starts at 100k studs above the ground. That's when we start to go to space. We touch the space. We are now in outer space. I repeat, we are now in outer space. Next activity will be the stage separation and the firing of the vacuum vulture engine. Stage separation. This is the live view inside the fairings. That is the Peci-Sat 1. As you've noticed, it has its own antenna, and actually, that I said the wrong number of solar panels earlier, and it has actually 5 of them. It's shaking a little bit inside because the rocket is still going, and it's still fast. The second stage will fire for approximately 6 minutes before fairings will open up and the payload will go in its own. separation. We have a separation of fairings and the second stage. Those will fall now, and we are good to go. Peci-Sat-1 is now in orbit, and it will continue to its final deathbed, which is either be deorbited or go to the parking zone here in the orbit. Alright, this is the end of the broadcast. This is MaikuVuinsento, the commentator for today, and thank you for joining us for today's lunch. Thank you guys. Luck.